Hello and welcome to the Launchpad. It's Laura here, I'm your pen friend, and I used to make music under the name She Makes War, which is what this evening is all about. This here, hello and welcome to the Launchpad.
There it is.
It's Laura here, I'm your pen friend, and I used to make music under the name She Makes War, which is what this is good and everything,
but it's also very confusing.
This
Hold
here,
on.
hello and welcome to... Right, it's working, okay. I've just tried that 3 times, 3rd time's a charm. There you are, hello. We've been doing this for ages. Tim's here in the corner. We've been listening to this album, talking to you and everything. It was ridiculous. Anyway, if you're watching later, ignore all this stuff. That doesn't matter to you. As I said earlier, it doesn't matter. I'm going to stop saying that. There are various different ways to do this live stream. One is for me to click the right button and not stream to myself for 15 minutes. But also, we're chatting in the chat box over here on my computer screen during the songs and before. And I'm also going to pop up on screen about every 3 songs. If you'd like to ask me anything about the songs, the recording, the instruments, the guests, anything like that, feel free to ask me in the chat box. I won't be able to see your questions anywhere else, obviously. And if you're watching later, you can click to watch the chat replay. I'm so relieved this is working. This is very good. So this is the cover. 3rd time, I'll tell you. I unwrapped this before on screen for that lovely new album feeling. And there is indeed a unicorn on the front cover. And there's my husband. Hi. This camera loves you, babe. I don't know what's happening. And Tim is actually very, I wouldn't say instrumentally involved in the making of Direction of Travel. You sing on it. But also, we got together just after I'd written it, so he can't be blamed for any of the songs' content. And he was very patient with me as I was recording it and not going on dates with him. But we'll talk about more of that later, if you want. I'm going to press play on a song. It's called Drown Me Out. It's the first track. We're going to listen to 3 songs in a row, and then I'll talk to you again. I'm so relieved this is working. Hooray. Okay. See you in a bit. I managed to stop it perfectly in time. I'm very proud of myself. It's like, when you used to sit and wait to record songs off the radio. You're just like, there we go, did it. Yes. I've been writing your questions down on a piece of paper like an old-fashioned person. So I think I've caught them all, actually. Yeah, I'm just so amazed that this is now working. Right. Thank you so much for your questions. John was, who was saying that, Graham was saying that he's brand new to my music. Thank you for being here, Graham. And so it's all got like the sound of something new. Same here, Graham. Haven't listened to this in maybe 5 years. I'd forgotten that In Cold Blood existed. So that's why I haven't been performing it. Sorry about that. Right, I'm going to go through some of your questions here. Feel free to ask more and I'll answer them. What was behind the name She Makes War? Thank you for the question, John Ashdown. The name She Makes War came to me as an angry, I think, 23-year-old. It was a long time ago. It was in the year 2004 when She Makes War began. It began as a 3-person band, which then ended up being my band because everyone else quit. Surely wasn't me. I don't know what their problem was. And I went solo in the year 2005 with that name. It was about waging war on things that I thought were against me in the world, kind of thing. And that's how I felt at the time. And then I started putting music out and people were very receptive and kind and generous and supportive. And I thought, so over the years that name kind of waned for me, but that's kind of where it came from. I wouldn't recommend having words like war in your band name unless you're really willing to stand behind that for a very long time. Hence the shift. Dean Page asked who did the artwork for the cover. That's a man called Alex Bertram Powell. I did put a link into the chat box earlier, and it might be in the blurb of this video as well, or this live stream as well, to send you to the collection page for Direction of Travel. The reason being that if you click on the Direction of Travel CD, the track listing and the album credits are all on there. There's a lot of different people on this. I was really into getting guests on things at the time, so I couldn't necessarily tell you for every song who is there, but I've written them all out. I wrote them all out today. But yes, Alex did the artwork. And it was from an idea that I had. So I'd never seen Howl's Moving Castle, and I hadn't seen that Gorillaz album cover until my album Direction of Travel came out and people told me, oh, it reminds me of that thing. And I went, oh, kind of annoying because it just came from my head. I wanted me and Benji to be walking towards something. Speaking of dogs, is it their dinner time? Towards basically our own land that was filled with the things that made me. So things like unicorns and stuff, and train travel and things like that. Ghost of Benji is here. Anthony Rice said, was Cold Shoulder recorded too late for the crowdfunder release of the album? I don't think it was. Could you feed them?
I didn't want to go across the top.
No, I know, but they're just going to keep doing that, aren't they? Luna and Albie are wanting to get involved, and we don't have doors. No, I don't think it was recorded too late. It's just that I didn't think it should go on the album at all. I thought it should be a fun B-side because it didn't fit. I didn't think it fit. So I had a completely different track listing, as you will know. Many of you will know. I can't remember how different it really was. So professional in this home. But no, it wasn't that it was recorded too late, so I wasn't going to put it on. And then I was working with a manager very briefly who suggested that because he thought it was a really good song and it should be on the album. And I don't disagree, but I did like it when 5,000 Miles was the first song. So that was like the director's cut, I suppose. James Malabone has asked, what's next for Pen Friend? I'll tell you more about that later. I'm just going to stay in the She Makes War world just for now. And Dr. 618, what was my favourite concert of the She Makes War era? The problem with that question is there were nearly 700 of those. So that's impossible. But I did really love playing with the Levelers, mostly in Europe because I got to be their main support in Europe for quite a few gigs all around different countries I'd never been to before. And when we came to the UK, I was on first, so I had a shorter set and I had to get off really quickly. I was on very early, so I definitely had a better time playing with them in Europe. And then I got to play some gigs with Ginger Wildheart, which was really lovely. I got to do some shows with New Model Army, which was really lovely. And I played with Nadine Shah before she was absolutely huge. And I played with Drugstore, which is one of my bands from when I was a teenager. Really loved Drugstore as well. So, and I'm probably missing out loads, but not on purpose. Yeah. And then Sean asked, did I gig with a band and guest musicians, etc. with She Makes War stuff? Yeah, I did. I played a lot of solo shows, a lot. But I also did occasionally do short tours or bigger gigs with a band, live band. There were 2 different She Makes War live bands, or kind of 3. I was trying to find people who would who would sort of stick with me and do it as long term as they wanted, and obviously people came in and out because they were doing their own thing. And at the Little Battles album launch in 2012, I think there were 11 musicians total on stage through the night. I don't know if we all were on stage at once, but I really wanted to do a big thing, like a kind of Arcade Fire kind of thing where, and in fact I got it really from This Is the Kit. So they're such a great live band with all different guests and stuff. I wanted to have that kind of thing for She Makes War. I wanted to be kind of like a travelling circus idea. And so I did do quite a few of those things, but it's incredibly difficult to organise, as you can imagine. But it was really fun. And Matt Illett asked, what were the Bristol Hills in the Stargazing and Drown Me Out videos? The one in the Drown Me Out video is called The Bommy, which is the Northern Slopes, which is in Knoll West, which is where I used to live. And the hill in Stargazing was, correct, Troopers Hill. Right, okay, I'm going to play the next 3 songs and then I'm going to go through your questions and write them down on my little notebook and answer them in 3, if that's cool with you. Let's do that. Let me click a few things. And the next song is called Alone, and this has got a lot of guest stars on it because I just thought it was funny because it's a song called Alone.
Oh will mend the machine. If the world disappoints you, then we'll make a new dream. Please don't leave me yet. We're all aching, full of regret. We're all walking wounds, brains and bodies are bruised. So please don't leave me yet. If your thoughts overwhelm you, then I'll make it alright. If you're scared of the shadows, then I'll stay through the night. Please don't leave me yet. We're all aching, full of regret. We're all walking wounds, brains and bodies are bruised. Let me take care of you. Please don't leave me yet. Please don't leave me yet. We're all walking wounds, brains and bodies are bruised. Still I'll take care of you. Promise me you'll stay here while I travel in your footsteps around the world. 'Cause someday I'll grow a new heart for you to hold. That means you're not allowed to go. Please don't leave me yet. I'm in the walls, I blame the bad weather. A flood of tears, I drift without a shelter. reduce my world to things that I have worked for. I lick my wounds and wonder if I can mend the year. Awake, no sleep till I make black dreams dissipate. Ooh, I crashed down, I burned out along the way. I'm a sunny day with threat of thunder, threat of rain. Ooh, I crashed down, I came round to devastate. Anyway, I let my skin grow paper thin, and that's okay. I heal myself with friends and conversation. Some time alone, a sober celebration. I was told I feel things too much, but I know it hurts to be touched. Ooh, I crashed down, I burned out along the way. I'm a sunny day with threat of thunder, threat of rain. Ooh, I crashed down, I came round to devastate. Anyway, I let my skin grow paper thin, and that's okay. 'Cause I see stars, and I smell roses on good days. All this is us. Let's do amazing things with good hearts. Ooh, I crashed down, I burned out along the way. I'm a sunny day with threat of thunder, threat of rain. Ooh, I crashed down, I came round to devastate. Anyway, I let my skin grow paper thin, paper thin. I'm in the wars, I blame the bad weather.
Did you hear Benji jingling at the end? Benji! Thank you again for your lovely comments and questions. I'd forgotten there was cello on Paper Thin. That's how little I listen to myself. Sean asked, do I miss having a live band? No, not at all. The idea of one suddenly appearing and accompanying me in the perfect way is great. Doesn't work like that. Gecko Wizard, did I give the drummers any direction? Luna says, yes. Luna, go. Yes, I did. Of course I did. So on Brace for Impact, which was the next album, I programmed all the drums because I was absolutely sick of going into a studio and going, I mean, like, you know. So yeah, I gave absolutely tons of direction. I was helped a lot by TJ Allen, who was engineering this album. I was producing it. But he had worked a lot with Andy Suter, who's the drummer for most of the drum tracks on this album. Clive Deemer also played on one of the songs, which was Alone. So he was very helpful in translating what I wanted to someone he'd worked with a lot already. So yeah, that was really good. Douglas, what does the gold heart on the cover represent? That was my She Makes War logo. Not for the entire time, but for quite a lot of the time. It represents love, and also the laurel leaves around, talking about like peace. And my name is Laura, so laurel leaves have always been a bit of a symbol for me. Graham Anderson, I've scribbled down your question and I cannot read my writing. Will I play She Makes War songs if I tour as Pen Friend? Well, I toured as Pen Friend last year, proving therefore that I will play songs from my back catalogue. Yeah. So the change in name doesn't mean that I have any issue with my back catalogue. It's just that the name didn't describe me anymore to me. It probably makes no difference to anybody else in the world but me, but I'm the one making the stuff, so I thought I would go with my gut. So it was I actually considered changing my artist name for this album and for this album Direction of Travel. So that it's as far back as that I was trying to think of a better name for what I was doing. But yeah, I will always play songs from my back catalogue. I'm very proud of them, especially the ones that I'd forgotten that exist, which are most of the ones on this one. James Gorman, was there a moment that I realised I had an album rather than a collection of songs? I always write albums. So apart from the very first album, Disarm, which was, I was just trying to finish a lot of songs and see if I could make an album. And then I did then pick songs that I thought fit together to say something, which is, what Disarm is about. And then ever since then, I've come up with the title, and then I've put songs together, either that I already have or that I then write with those themes in mind. And sometimes I'm surprised by songs that come along, and I make space for those as well. So it's not a restrictive thing in a bad way, but I'm always writing like with an umbrella name. So someone asked earlier, what's next for Pen Friend? Well, what's next for Pen Friend is an album which has a name. So the umbrella is there. And then I've got all the songs to go underneath it. That's just how I've always worked, because I really believe in trying to say something through music. It's never just going to be, I finished all these, let's put them together. Or if I did do that, I would probably name it appropriately. The Par Avion project is kind of that, because I'm writing those as I go along. But that's a different thing. That'll always have volumes of songs, I think, in my head in the future. It's still going. So, and John Ashdown, do I ever look back and marvel at my voice and vocal range? Well, you're very kind, and you can come again. I do like not listening to it for a very long time and then listening like now and going, I really like that song. I really like that. These bits and bobs. I'm very proud of what I've made. I don't walk around thinking I'm an amazing singer all day long. So when I listen to stuff that I've created, and I do feel proud of it, yeah. But I'm not going to get big-headed or anything because I'm English. I'm going to see if there's any more questions here while I'm... The CD has Please Don't on track 6. It's track 5, isn't it? What have I got going on? Huh. Well, this is strange. That would explain a few things. Okay. Well, we're going with the version that's on my hard drive from years ago. Interesting. Okay. Do I still have contact with my old music companions like Millie, Mishkin, and Dana Jade? Yeah. I think they're all doing very well with their stuff as well. It's very cool. Right. Okay. Well, I have confused the shit out of myself here, but I've got the next song as Stargazing. I'll just play these songs to you in this order, and then this is how we're going to listen to it today. Feel free to keep asking questions. I put a link in the chat box to some blog posts I wrote in 2019 when I was putting this album out on vinyl. I only managed to write 3 parts of the 4 parts because that's sort of, quite typical as running out of time for things like this. But I did go through these songs in a bit more detail. And I was reading it back today going, oh, I'd forgotten about that. So it could be kind of interesting if you want to delve. So, all right, we're going to listen now to Stargazing.
Now every morning when I wake, I roll around and list the reasons my heart aches. You never felt like a mistake, but you're less than a friend, less than a friend. Less than a friend, less than a friend. We went stargazing. You thought I was amazing. You said we had time. You don't know you lied. Now you're a stranger. I guess I never knew ya. You widened my sky, but now my heart's run dry. Done with disaster, that's all. I don't believe that I'll survive this man-sized storm. I don't believe anybody anymore, 'cause you're less than a friend, less than a friend. You're less than a friend, less than a friend. You're less than a friend, less than a friend. We went stargazing. You thought I was amazing. Slow down, sunshine. Don't let the truth cloud your mind. Electricity is fading quietly. Blood messages into the sea. We look for love, for loyalty, ways to think. My bag stays packed, all the bottles come right back. Oh, summer days are stalling, stalling, frozen fingers calling, calling. 5,000 miles spent at sea, braving the world, wild and free. Guardian swallow, watch over me. 5,000 miles, 5,000 goodbyes.
So close. I nearly did it so perfectly again. This is my absolute dream. Woo. Ooh. How's it going out there? I'm really enjoying listening to this with you. Genuinely haven't listened to it in ages. There's some bonkers shit on this album. It's really fun to hear it again. Written down your questions again. Stephen Butterworth asked, is there any chance of a vinyl reissue of Direction of Travel? I was thinking about doing it and then I chickened out. It's very hard for me to know because I haven't asked you, I suppose. Mainly. Tim's doing a thumbs up. Well done, Laura. If anyone would want those things, I should ask you. I mean, Stephen would want one and maybe some others might. Yes, maybe I'll ask soon. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay. Graham Anderson, what am I listening to at the moment? I think you asked about what artists have made me listen to their back catalogues. Honestly, I'm not really listening to much at the moment because I am writing songs and I don't like the idea that I'm going to rip someone off or get too influenced by someone at the moment. I'm really weird about that stuff, but it's worked for me so far because I like to just make music that sounds like me. But I think her name is Nell Davies, the person who I recommended in my recent Love from the Launchpad email. Her EP is really excellent, so I've been listening to her a little bit, but not too much because, like I say, I'm trying to be very original at the moment. Stuart Wilson was asking, how's life in Nottingham and has it changed anything about how I do my music? Not really. Life in Nottingham is great, but it hasn't really changed how I do my music other than I have this awesome attic now. I had a different attic in Bristol, which was great, but a bit smaller. And then I moved to a very dark, sad room downstairs in the house where all I could hear was my noisy neighbours, and it drove me to distraction and we had to leave town. So it's much calmer and quieter here. And I'm just very grateful and happy to have this space to record in. But I'm doing things in the same way as I was before. If anything, way more DIY even than I was before, because I don't know anyone here yet. But that's okay. James Gorman was asking about any memorable happy accidents while recording Direction of Travel. And you asked me that almost right at the moment in Slow Down Sunshine, where I can hear me putting my teacup back down on the fireplace. It was like not a fake fireplace, but like one of those like original fireplaces from an old house, but it wasn't over a fireplace anymore. And I wanted to keep that in because I recorded all of my vocals at home in my ex-council house in Knoll West, which is the house that Tim then moved in to with me a few months later. And I just set the back bedroom up with some fairy lights and some like glittery curtains and stuff for atmosphere. And I borrowed some equipment off a friend to do it. And it was the first time I'd ever recorded like studio quality stuff at home that I knew was going to be used. And that's all right. And Tim's going to go and sort the dogs out again. You can bring them up if you like. They might be quieter if they're with us. And yeah, so there were a few things like that I left in. You can hear Benji jingling his collar a few times as well. And I'm really glad I left those in because I wanted to give a sense of the fact that it wasn't all done in a posh studio. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And even 10 years ago, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think it's a lot more accepted now that we're all, sitting with various... I mean, this is a nice room, but I have very basic equipment. I have a faster computer than I've ever had before, which is very helpful. But the actual equipment I'm using is minimal. It's just a sound... I don't know what you'd call it, an audio interface here. This microphone, which I've had for a very long time. A very kind man called Chris bought this for me probably 12 years ago, and I've used it on so much stuff. This is this is not the mic I use for Direction of Travel actually, but I did use it for Brace for Impact and Peace and Exotic Monsters. It's an excellent microphone, and you can just do it with anything. You really don't need much stuff. And someone was asking also, James Mears was asking what DAW I use. So that's a digital audio workstation. I use Logic, but I'm pretty sure that Direction of Travel was recorded on Pro Tools because TJ Allen was actually recording it for me and engineering everything. And every time I've had albums mixed by other people, which is every time, I'm always bouncing out stems from Logic for them to use in whatever they use. So it's just whatever you can use. It's not important. It's kind of like asking, if I really wanted to be good at drawing, if I asked someone who's like an amazing sketch artist what pencil they use, they might sort of be like, well, just use whatever pencil you got. It's not really the point. But I understand it's fun to see what people use. So yeah, I just find Logic very easy to use because I've used it for about 20 years, literally 20 years now. John Ashdown, no, that's earlier on, sorry. What comes first when writing a song? We've talked about that already. Warren asked me, John, yes. What comes first when writing a song, John? That's an excellent question. It usually is a case of coming up with a musical part that excites me, usually on a guitar or a ukulele, maybe the piano, and then I'm coming up with a melody straight away. And if the melody sort of catches on in my brain, it'll take me to the next instrumental part, and I kind of do it like that. I do sometimes write songs from a word prompt, which I did with the song Forgive Me, which I recently shared the video making of, and that was sent to the correspondence last year. And also Not in the Light sometimes, Disco Loadout was written like that, off House of Stories. So it's different ways really, it's whatever. It's just going with my gut next decision, I think, is the way I do it really. Warren asks, which track brings back memories of being in a particular place and time? Really, all of them do, because they were all recorded. The music was all recorded at J&J Studios in Bristol with TJ Allen. There was one day of guest recording at Metway Studios, which is the Levelers Studios in Brighton. And that was really exciting, obviously, because I freaking love the Levelers. I had just toured with them, and Mark kept saying, can I be on your album then? Can I be on your next album? And I thought he was joking, because he's, a legend. But he wasn't joking. He's a very nice man, and we got on very well, and he wanted to be on it. So he is. And I knew that I'd have to go and record him at his studio anyway. So I asked a bunch of people from London and other places to come down and do their guest spots then. So, because like I said, back then I was really getting friends on things and trying to make it into a bit of a movement. And so yeah, there's lots of fun stuff on here. The strings for Stargazing were arranged by Andrew Skeet. Even before he'd worked with me, he'd worked with loads of huge people, and we just randomly met at some event we were doing. He's arranged for Suede. He plays in that band, The Divine Comedy. He plays in that band. He's done loads of stuff, and every now and again I really, really enjoy some music in a film, and I look at the end and go, oh, Andrew did that. It's really cool to see his name popping up all the time. So yeah, and Nick Silas asked me what's the Guardian Swallow inspiration. Well, that was all about the fact that after 5,000 nautical miles, sailors would have a swallow put onto their arm. And I thought, because I've been doing so much touring and so much life traveling, it really was resonant to me at the time, the idea that I had earned my badge of honor, which is the 5,000 miles swallow. So I went and had that tattoo done before I recorded the album, actually. It was when I was touring in Germany. The second tour I think I did in 2014 in Germany. I was really touring a lot, and I just thought it would be nice to have someone or something looking over me and helping me out. So that's what the swallow was. And James Malabone was asking, do I have any live shows coming up soon? If I did, you'd know about it, I promise, because I would want you to come and I would tell you. I have no plans for live stuff because I'm all about making the new record at the moment, which my silly brain thinks won't take long. So we'll see about that, won't we? Okay, let's listen to the last three. I'm only sort of clipping on here because we can talk as long as you like afterwards, but I feel like if I stopped in the middle and talked to you for ages, then we might not actually get to listen to the record. So I'm going to click play now on the next song, which is Time to Be Unkind featuring Mark Chadwick. And let's enjoy that, and I will see you at the end. Enjoy.
Shattered piece lies bleeding on my sleeve.
Now you ask me if I won't come back.
So give me a sign. I can't decline. Darling, it's time to be unkind. There's too much to take. We have to break. Darling, it's time to be unkind. Words I have to spit. You don't say anything.
So now we call defeat.
I sleep in other sheets.
You're so happy, now I don't come back.
So give me a sign. I can't decline. Time to be unkind. There's too much to take. We have to break. Darling, it's time to be unkind. I asked you to listen. You told me you would. You promised that all of my plans and my dreams would happen with you. I told you I'd wait, but not forever. Now your long silence proves you are liar. So give me a sign I can decline. Darling, it's time to be unkind. There's too much to take. We have to break. Yeah, it's time to be unkind. Oh, 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 to fall but not to break, to follow but not to take. It's too late. I'm delicate. To be brave, to protect my heart, working out what I can discard. It's too late to hesitate when all of these bad dreams are gone and all of my darkness is overcome. Nothing will keep me from turning to you. I'm undone, but you want me now. Before I sink to the bottom, before I'm lost to you, before I fall, it's too late. Don't hesitate when all of these bad dreams are gone and all of my darkness is overcome. Nothing will keep me from you. It won't be forever, 'cause I don't want to live without your when all of these bad dreams are gone and all of my darkness is overcome. Nothing will keep me from you. It won't be forever, 'cause I don't want to live without your love. Sweetheart, drink up, be all you dreamed of. Goodbye is not bad. There's more than what we had. Sweetheart, you're not mine, and that is just fine. Don't call, don't write, I won't be ready to reply. I wish you the best, but there's nothing left for me. Good night, sweet friend. There's nothing to fear. I'll keep a peace. Our memories used to be so sweet. I wish you the best, but there's nothing left for me. I wish you the best, forever and ever and ever and ever, the I wish you the best, but there's nothing left. I wish you the best, forever and ever and ever and ever, the best. Sweetheart, drink up, be all you dreamed of.
And that's it. That is Direction of Travel. If it was your first time listening, thank you. Thanks for listening. More questions here. Let's have a look. David Taylor asked if I could pick a favourite venue where I know I'd get a great sound and reception. Where would it be? I would have said the Hare and Hounds, but the sound was... There were problems with the sound last time I played, but the reception was beautiful and we got through it. I would probably say, I like Rough Trade Nottingham. I appreciate that it's not the perfect venue when you're in the audience, because there's a spillover into this next room, but the sound engineer was so brilliant, I'd take him to maybe to Bodega or something and have him do sound for me there if it was local, because he was brilliant. Yeah, I don't know, I'm a bit out of date with where's the best great sound and reception these days. Thing is, the reception I get is always wonderful because you're there. I usually promote and ticket my own events, so I'm not relying on random people showing up. It's always directly, I'm directly selling tickets to people on the mailing list, which is you. So I'm very, very lucky. Dean Page was asking, when's the next album anniversary? Little Battles is 14 tomorrow. But 14 is a weird one to celebrate. So we can maybe celebrate the 15th, which is next year. That's terrifying. We've also got Exotic Monsters turning 5 next month, and we've got House of Stories turning 1 later this month. I'll keep you posted on those things. James, any live shows soon? I've answered that, haven't I? I've already answered that. Mark Holden asked, am I using a cloud lifter on the SM7? I am now. Can you see that one there? It's a FET. I think it's called a FET, this thing. I only bought it in December 2025. So for all of these albums that I was recording using this microphone, I didn't use it. Didn't need it. It's fine. I have mix engineers who do things to the things I've recorded. As long as they've recorded in well and how I want, then they can do things. You can do all sorts of stuff before you put it in there, but I choose not to. I've asked several people about it and they're like, don't even worry about that. So I don't go down that route. Because I'm using a Focusrite Claret, Scarlets are also great, anything like that. It's already got a thing that boosts the signal, and obviously when I'm recording in Logic and stuff, I can put gain on and stuff. You would only use a little, obviously, but you can get a really good signal doing it this way. But yes, if you've got one of these and they're not expensive, then of course it's a good idea. I just didn't know about them, so I've only just got one. Emma Paxton asked, what is the last film I watched? I think it's Scream 7. Is that the last film we watched? I might have watched something else the other day, but I think it was Scream 7. It was really brilliant. Watched it at the cinema, jumped many times. Also watched loads of films lately. But that is one. Let's leave it there. Because otherwise I just go, it's that one with the guy. Oh no, it was The Fall Guy. I loved it so much. It's like one of my favourite films I've ever seen. I do love Ryan the Goose. And it was just absolutely brilliant. Highly recommend. It's on streaming now. That's why I've only just watched it. I was waiting. Douglas, why did I do Time to Be Unkind with Mark? Were any other songs considered? It's a great question. I'd have to consult my oracle. I can't remember. But also, I think, well, one of the things about that song was I was trying to picture, what he could contribute to, of course, after he asked me if he could be on my album. And that was the one that I thought could be a duet. And it could be a kind of Kirsty MacColl and a gruff man type thing. That was the idea. So no, we didn't consider any other ones. And when I sent him the demo of that song, he said, don't re-record anything. And I was like, well, I'm going to re-record literally everything. I'm going to not listen to that advice because it was like just a demo. It wasn't done properly. So I ignored him and I redid everything and then he sang on it. And Neil, Neil asked, how did I reach into his head and pick out all of his favourite bands and things and play with them or make albums with them or have them on the podcast? I'm just sneaky like that. Very sneaky. Or maybe we've got a lot in common, because I do think, and I've always thought, that if I made the music I wanted to make that was true to me and was exactly what I wanted and I felt good about it and it wasn't for weird reasons, then I would find people who I would want to have a cup of tea with, who would be in the audience for that music. And I think it was Mark said something very kind about how he didn't think the song sounded dated. I should bloody well hope not. First of all, 10 years is not that long. But also, no, because I'm not trying to make them sound like something. I just want them to sound like what I want them to sound like. So every sound I pick, I'm very, very meticulous about this stuff. Every sound I pick, every happy accident that I choose to leave in, or every arrangement that I create from scratch with all the notes and stuff, it's what I wanted to make. So no one's made me do it. No one said you should try and make it sound like blah. I don't go to other, I produce my own music, so I don't go to someone and go, please could you make me sound like so and so mixed with this. It's not like that. I just make the songs that are in here come out in a way, the best I can into here, and then I make them sound how I want, and then I work with people who are very happy to help me get my vision complete. Of course, they add stuff, so mix engineers are artists in their own right. Dan Austin mixed this. This was the first album we worked on together. I loved working with him. He was amazing. And then I now have been working with Chris Sheldon for a couple of albums. He's obviously amazing what he does as well. And so, yeah, they make things sound like I couldn't make them sound, but they are very happy to take my direction. I am the producer. That is the whole point. So, yeah, the happy accidents that happen are also magical. And the thing is, because I'm not playing with a band and I'm not collaborating, most of the time I'm not collaborating, you don't get to have those human happy accidents with someone else, which is a shame, but that's just a different kind of music making. So yeah, well, if there's a weird sound, or Benji was there shaking his collar, or I've got my teacup and it fits perfectly with the rhythm, then of course I'm going to leave those things in. Because like I was saying before, I wasn't trying to make it sound like it was really posh. I just think it's nice to know a human being is trying to communicate with you through a song. That's what I'm trying to do. So I would hope that wouldn't date at all. Oh, that's very kind, Douglas. Thank you. Just going to scroll back a little bit and see if you've asked me any more questions as I was ranting on. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, Jay Dawkins, have I had any songs featured in a movie? Yes, my song I Am was featured in a movie whose name I can't remember, in a way that was so unclear that I had to scrub through this film so many times to try and find it, and it was played in the very, very background in a scene in a newsagent, so you can barely hear it, but it was in there. It was in there. Are you looking it up?
No, there's another one.
Oh, yes, sorry. And there's yes, Dear Heart was in it. God, I'm so bad at this, knowing things about myself. Dear Heart was in a film. What's it called, Tim?
I don't know. We watched it.
I know. It's a really good film. Yep, really good film. Is it the closing credits music? I think it's quite near the end. I mean,
I think it was like an important moment.
things I could know. Could and should. We'll get back to you on that in a second. Yeah. Yep.
Persuasion.
Modern Persuasion. There you go. Yes, and that came about because of Twitter, which is annoying because I sort of love to hate that platform. But when I was travelling to Canada many moons ago to stay with a friend, someone on Twitter saw I was doing that and put me in touch with her friend, and I went to meet her friend and we became friends, and she came to see me perform at a venue called Rancho Relaxo, and we just got on really well and then kept hanging out, and whenever she came over to London we would hang out, and she makes films, and so eventually she was like, oh yeah, so have you got any songs that... I was like, I've got so many songs, yes, and she put the song forward. So just because we knew each other, it wasn't obviously definite that it would get used, but that was a very proud moment that apparently I've completely forgotten, so sorry about that. Who did the album art for Direction of Travel, asks Chris. That was, yes, we talked about that earlier, that's Alex Bertram Powell. Did I have to go through a lot of art before I made my final choice? No, there were several sketches, but I was very specific. I'm always very specific about what I want to be on the cover, what I want it to say. So it was me and Benji, my dog, walking towards a land that was for us, and it had all of the sort of symbols that I felt summed me up at the time, which has obviously become a theme in my album covers. I do that more and more each time, it seems. Yeah. Right, okay. I seem to have forgotten everything about my life, which is good, so I'm glad you're here to remind me. Thank you so much for asking all those great questions. As I said earlier, there is a... if you go to shemakeswar.com/direction-of-travel, there are links to some blog posts that I wrote. I mean, it's 7 years ago now, hence me not remembering a single word of what I'd written about my own songs. But they're interesting to me and might be interesting to you, where I break down a little more about most of the songs on the record. And yeah, I put in the blurb of this video live stream, there is a link to a playlist of the pop music videos that we made for that record. So Tim was heavily involved in those because we just started going out, and I finally had someone to hand a camera to, which was very nice. Particularly proud of Stargazing, actually, because that was a real story video. And yeah, it's been really nice going down memory lane tonight. I really am proud of what I've made, and I don't sit around listening to my own stuff all the time. That would be odd, but it's been very nice to do that. And yeah, I just love the fact that we're now back in Fringe land. That's good. Good to know. There's a shitload of makeup on this version of me here, but it's pretty nice. The reason I had short hair, I've still got those earrings. I found them the other day. That's good. I've got short hair in this picture here because I panicked and went, how do I look different quick? Oh, okay, I'll just cut my hair off. So I did it. I feel like I did it the afternoon before a gig. And then I went to play this gig and people were like, are you wearing a wig? I was like, no, just cut all my hair off. On a whim. Always the best way to do it. Okay. I'm going to let you go. Thank you very, very much. Again, if you're watching later, make sure you click all the bits and bobs. If you want to listen to Direction of Travel, it is available everywhere you get music. The very best place, of course, is from my shop. So there's a link to that in the blurby blurb of this video. I don't have tons of these left. I don't know. There's like fewer than 50 in the world. Who is the cat? You talking about the cat in here? The cat. Who is the cat? That's. I need more info. If we're talking about the inside of the CD, these are pictures from my travels. So these are pictures from going on tour with the Levelers, and doing solo. I did this whole solo tour in Europe, and then I joined up with the Levelers in Europe. So I was out for like 6 weeks. It was really exciting and fun. And I believe I came back to my house having been broken into when I was gone. But it was lucky because I had this big heavy back door that opened onto another locked door, so they couldn't get in the house. I just had to buy a new door when I got home, and that sucked because it's really expensive. I'm just reading your comments here as well. Oh, thank you, Richard. That's really sweet. Thank you so much for all of your support. Whether you've been around for 10 years with me, I mean, we've been around for 10 years, I presume, whether you've been hanging out with me for 10 years or not. Yeah, if you're brand new to my stuff, you're very, very welcome. All of you are. It blows my mind that I get to do this. And to answer a bit more fully, what's next for Pen Friend? All of this and more. New album, more Paravion tracks for the Correspondence Club, a new zine coming, videos, stuff. I do fully accept I don't have time to do a podcast now. Let's not pretend that's happening. But that's about it. I'm going to go. I'm going to have a yogurt. I hope you have a nice snack or something. See you soon.